Hi, good morning, patrons from sunny Ormond Beach, Florida. Little palm tree in the back. And I'm bringing you this 5-minute, 5 moves little session for you to try out. So I'll explain each move and go through and do some demonstrations, just talk about the basics, and then we'll do one round together. And for this move, or for this little circuit session, whatever, you could do 1 to as many rounds as you wanted based on your time and schedule, etc. So first move is going to be half kneeling. So I'm setting this up. So I'm up on my toes in the back. And all I'm going to do here is a little body weight shift forward, stand up, body weight shift. But what I'd like us to do on this is we're going to alternate. So come back, torso's upright, a little bit of a hinge here, not much, just a little bit of a body weight shift forward. Come up, single leg, shift over, single leg, and come back. Hands come here just for a second. Just use my hands where I need them. Come back up, boom, single leg, swing it over, and repeat. Okay. Key points here. You don't want to make this too long. You don't have this super long. There, your eyes are pretty much, your torso is pretty upright on this. So your eyes are pretty much at horizon. And you're not too tight here, too much of a tightrope. So the saying is railroad tracks, not tightrope. Right? So that's move 1. So you can stop the video, practice, etc., etc. Get it all down. We're going to reuse this move, a portion of this move, for move 3 as well. All right. Move 2 is a hand to foot touch. So you're going to make a box, 4 points of contact. I'm going to make an even box too, as much as I can, so we're not kind of doing this, right? Trying to get even. So use your eyes on your body to see if you're in fact even. Get your hands pretty even. Mine are directly out to the side. My hips are just barely, the bum's just barely off the ground. Okay. From here, I'm going to do a slight body weight shift. And reach opposite foot to opposite toe. Okay. Basically here. Now with control, engage the deep core. Touch. Common challenges with this, maybe going too high with the hips, right? And then I'd be out of position, and also being too far into the front of the shoulders. So just make yourself a nice little box. Body weight shift, slight. All right, same thing, pause the video, practice. All right, move 3. We're just doing an unedited, let it roll kind of routine here. Move 3, we're back to that half kneeling position as before. The only difference now is we're going to add a powerful flojo at the top. So I'm here in that position. I'm going to explode upward and end up in contralateral, leg up, hand up. A few different angles of this. Here, boom. Fingers go wide. This hand's oppositional to that, right? So it's not the same side. The ipsilateral is contralateral. And then on the way down, my hands come back to here. So this will be so we're doing one side at a time on that, so it'll be 30 seconds per side. All right, so go ahead, same thing, stop the video, practice. That one you kind of got down in the first one. It just adds an explosive element and some balance. Regressions on that, if that was too much, just stay with move 2. Or you could just play with coming up and body weight shifting to here. A little bobbly. It's still challenging. You get those hands in too. So you come up, body weight shift just to there. Just go a little slower. No worries. All right. So that's move 3, 4. Next move is going to be a hand-foot crawl or a knee-hand crawl if you have anything that holds you back and you can't do the elevated version. So I set myself up left and left together, right and right apart. I'll do a knee-hand crawl just to demonstrate first. So I'm going to do basically the contralateral arms. Arms are nice and straight. I'm not moving out too far. I want my hands to end up under my shoulders. Okay, so that's the knee hand version. Forward and back, we're going to be mixing this up. And all we would do for the elevated version is simply slightly raise the knees. Here.
Yeah, I know.
So, okay, so go ahead and practice. That one takes a while to get the contralateral element down. Remember, your knees are just barely off the ground if you're doing the elevated version, and there's nothing wrong if you're not. Remember, it's better to train kind of where you're at right now than to go too hard too fast. You can always add more later. All right, and then the last move is going to be an elevated 90-90 with a catch or a hoist. So from my 90-90, move into 90-90, shin box, side bent sit, elevate, I come down, catch, hips are raised, other side, elevate, 90-90, catch, and alternate, elevate. Okay. If that were too much on the knees or something else, you could simply do this version. Something like that. Okay. So let's give this whole thing a shot and see if I can actually remember the sequence in order. I'll put my timer on. We'll do about a minute per side. Here we go. Put the timer on. 1. Just come up. Body weight shift. Good breathing, diaphragmatic breath here. Trying to get into a nice flow. Nice warm up too. Hopefully you're warmed up a little bit before this, but if not, this is a great warm up. Back a little, do some views. Seconds. Time for another one. Oh, nice job. All right, move into our hand foot touches, alternating. Body weight shift. Good controlled breathing through the nose. Out the nose, a little ujjayi breathing. A little constricted throat. So I'm not blowing snots out my nose, I'm on the exhale. Inhale, touch. A little bit. 5 seconds. Time for 1, 2, 3. Nice. So we're back to our half kneeling. We're gonna do that powerful version. You're gonna come right up, down with control. Down with control. 30 seconds aside on this. And down nice and light on that knee. We're not slamming down on the knee. Tall kneeling for a switch, and then I alternate or switch sides. You got the heart rate up a little bit. So next one we're gonna crawl. And vary it up. Controlled breathing. You can play with the tempo on this too. You go slow, backwards slow. If you're on your hands and knees, you can put some more engagement into your shoulders for this. Still be challenging. All right, and then our final move, 5 minutes, 5 moves. Around the world, 90-90, elevate, hoist, elevate, hoist. And we're just alternating sides. Drive the hips through, looking right off of this line right here, at the horizon. Drive those hips through. It should feel good in the glutes and hip flexors. Spread wide. Elevate. Beautiful day. Now it's up to you to choose how many rounds you want. So that'll be 1 round. Diaphragmatic breathing. Shoulders low and wide. When I talked about the Ujjayi breath, it would be inhale, and then my exhale. Okay, so not exhaling through the nose like this. It's not a quick breath here, it's a constricted throat, tongue roofing, rested on the roof of the mouth and the back of the teeth, and I'm And this would be a great thing to do in between rounds. You could take 30 seconds or a minute and breathe powerfully and diaphragmatic. Sound good? Hope you enjoy. Let me know how it goes. Like I said, 1 round, 5 rounds, whatever you got, 10 rounds. Let me know how it goes. Peace and love.